Decisions, decisions, decisions. So Foul 205 of A Couple of Cuckoos is finally upon us. If you haven't heard my thoughts and predictions about the chapter, I highly encourage you to check this video out before this one. But nevertheless, my expectations were absolutely blown away, and I find the direction that was taken throughout Foul 205 to be very intriguing. Hey guys, how's it hanging? It is Eric Blue Jay here, and the life choices of Nagi Umino have gotten even more heavy. What am I talking about? Well, as of late, Nagi has had many things on his mind. The most popular debate is who will Nagi choose to become his bride. But there has always been a second debate in his mind, one that's lesser talked about but still quite important, and that is, what will Nagi's future career hold for him? We already know that Nagi is one of the smartest people within the A Couple of Cuckoos universe, which means there's no limit to the lengths in which he can reach. But the burden on his shoulder continues. Foul 165. Nagi's biological father, Shorichiru, wishes to make Nagi the successor to his hotel line, and wishes for him to consider it. At the time of Foul 165, Nagi was still 17. Shorichiru decided it was time to give Nagi a serious decision on his future, and it was just that. He wants his son to take over the hotel business. Meanwhile, Foul 138, Nagi's non-biological father, Yohei, wants to see Nagi inherit the Umino Tai restaurant, their family business. But he understands that Nagi isn't his biological son, and tells him he'd understand if Nagi would rather inherit the hotels instead. So, ever since hearing these sides from both of his fathers, these decisions have been crushing him ever since. But as of the latest Foul 205, we add one more to that list. So let's see what that is. So as we know, right at the ending of Foul 204, we found Sousuke calling Nagi and Erika's names from below the bridge. A few chapters ago, in Foul 196, Sousuke mentioned he had a birthday present for Nagi and Erika for their 18th birthday. And now, we finally learn what it is. So during Foul 205, we get our first ever look at Sousuke's house. A small, humble abode. This surprises Nagi and Erika that someone of his stature lives in a small house, as they totally had something else in mind. Sousuke mentions he doesn't need much, as all he would currently use a house for is to sleep. But he currently also runs his company from here as well. Sousuke aims to become the new Hotel King, and take over Shorichiru's title, but apparently he wants to bring Nagi along for the ride. He took notice of Nagi's talents and work ethic during his volunteer work in Hakane. So with that in mind, Sousuke hands Nagi a card, a business card belonging to Sousuke's company. And speaking of which, we finally get a company name of Rihito and Sousuke's business, and that is Global Resorts. So very nice to finally have a name for that. He hands Erika a business card as well, and tells the two of them that they don't need to answer right away, but to quote his father, he wishes for them to think about it. To think about joining him in his conquest, and that was their birthday present. Honorary business cards into his business, and says right to their faces, the three of them will take down the Amano group. So there we have it, a third future for Nagi. To run down, we have A. Inherit Umino Tai, B. Inherit the hotel line, or C. Join Sousuke's business. I'm very glad to see this development in this choice, making the struggle for the answer even harder. Sousuke's plan still unclear and mysterious. Can Nagi and Erika betray their families for this? My thoughts, I don't believe Nagi will fall through with Sousuke's offering. Erika is a little more dodgy. However, I do believe wherever Nagi goes, Erika will likely follow suit, as she wishes not to be left behind from Nagi. That's one of her biggest fears. Nevertheless, I mentioned in my previous video that it's shown well that Nagi and Erika have become adults now. The people around them are treating them like such, and more mature. Sousuke seems the same, as he waited for their 18th birthday to ask them to join his company. Meanwhile, Shorichiru hasn't recently asked Nagi about taking over the hotel line again. Sousuke beating him to the punch, in a sense. But with all that in mind, what are your thoughts? Which path will Nagi and Erika take? Will they actually consider joining Sousuke? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. So thanks for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed, I'd really appreciate it if you could take a quick moment to leave a like rating on the video. Thank you very much for your continued support. And if you would like to see more A Couple of Cuckoos videos, why not subscribe to not miss out on the conversation, and tap the bell icon to be notified for future posts. If you'd like to hear my thoughts about the previous chapter in the manga, click the video you're currently seeing on your screen. Or maybe if you'd rather see my Truth Behind Sousuke Amano video, click the other video that you're currently seeing on your screen.